Hello everybody, welcome to another NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode video. Today we're going to be going to the Cookie Cutter, Texas in the True Timber Camo 100. It's going to be 25 laps. Let's get into it. So this, again, is one of the Cookie Cutter tracks with the little white tires down at the bottom there. And this one does have a wall on the inside, so it is a bit interesting getting through turns 1 and 2. We're going to get into practice and see how it goes. So as you can see, I did not hit my goal of 15.041. But I do think this is a track where either you're going to get the best lap of the race or you're going to get set back a few positions. So this race is going to be a grind. Let's see how we can qualify. The pole position is a 14.660. So it is a really fast pole time. We're not going to be able to hit that at all if we weren't able to get close to our goal. And we're not going to get close to our goal here either. But luckily, we do have good restarts at any track. So we're going to come out of turn 4. Start off, we get a great run off the corner. Let off really late to try to hit that late apex so we don't get anywhere near that opening in the wall that's absolutely deadly. We're going to be really hitting this dark part of the dirt as we're going to come out of turn 4 with a 15.985. Could have been better, and qualifying all the way back in 18th. We definitely could have done a lot better, especially through turns 3 and 4. So I'm not worried about our pace. As we're going to, starting in 17th actually, which is great because we'll be starting on the inside line, which is crucial at these dirt tracks, as Ryan Foster is dominant all weekend. Hugh Ackerman is, he's our friend, and Randy Davis crashed during qualifying. He's sending all the way to the back. So we're going to be starting on the inside of our rival of Greg Willis, starting behind Roy Wood. We are green here in Texas. Already going to get side by side with Roy Wood coming out of turn 4, making a little bit of contact. We're really going to dive down the inside of Kelly Cates. As we make contact with her, as we go into the outside wall, the end of that opening I was talking about during qualifying, that will really slow down all the momentum you had. We get just slight damage. Shouldn't affect us too much as we're really going to try to sand it down the inside of Kelly Cates. As we're going to get off the corner terribly, as we're going to just hopefully have to settle back here now, as we don't want to lose any positions, as we see Cobb ahead of us getting past Carter. As Carter's going to start falling back a bit. He's not doing great today in that great car he has. He's actually falling back to us now as we're really going to try to send it down through turns 3 and 4. And we side by side with Carter as we come off of turn 4. But we are going to get that position. And Cobb's position as well, up to 13th. Almost side by side with Jones, up to 12th. We're going to send it down the inside of him as he takes the wide line. We get a little bit slow off the corners. We're going to try to block the outside lane. And we do go all the way up to 12th with 2 laps remaining in the stage. Almost up to 11th with Anthony Norton struggling ahead of us. Going to send it down the inside of Norton. And who is our rivals, we're going to get past him. He's got a huge run down the outside line. But we are going to keep it straight, falling behind Ryan, as we're going to have to hope just to keep 11th at this point. We're going to send it down the inside to get up to him, but no. Ackerman's going to finish in 10th. We're going to finish in 11th, ahead of Anthony Norton. We got a rival behind us and a friend ahead of us. Hopefully we can get that friend behind us to protect from Anthony Norton, as we're going to start on the inside of him. Now, in stage 2, coming around, turn 3, as we're going to be green here in Texas for stage 2, making contact with Norton almost immediately. We're going to really send it down the inside of Ryan, who's another one of our rivals, and another one of our rivals, if Alan Anderson gets loose, is going to be all the way up to 8th out of turn 2. We go wide, as it's going to invite Ryan down the inside, but no, we keep the position, as we're going to really send it down the inside of Gomez. Now going into out of turn 2, but no, she's going to keep the position, but not if she fights like this, as we're going to be down the inside. Almost up to Foster already. Sending it down the inside again, up to Hunter. We're going to be side by side coming out of turn 2, but no, he's going to get a great run off the corner. We're going to make a little bit of contact though, so he stays near us. He's going to get a bit loose. Coming out of turn 4, is going to be side by side again. They send it down the inside, hoping to get up to Stevenson even. But no, we're going to get past the 77 car is we're going to have to block that inside lane so he doesn't get past us. As maybe we could just settle for a 7th. I'd be happy with that. So like I said, starting on the inside of Mark Hunter, behind Cody Brock, our rival, and Leslie Gomez, who I'm pretty sure is just on the edge of being our rival. Coming out of turn 3, we are green here in stage 3. And we're falling right behind Gomez. We're really going to try to send it down the inside without making contact. We do make a bit of contact. As Cody Brock's going to be down on our inside, we can make contact with the outside wall. We're going to have to let him go a bit as he makes contact. He goes wide, makes contact with us as we're 3 wide. Coming out of turn 4. Mark Hunter down the inside. We're going to have to hope that we don't make any contact, and we do. We're going to have to really send it so we can use Gomez as a little bit of a stopper. As for Cody Brock's making all the contact with us as Leslie Gomez goes up the track, and Cody Brock's going to bully his way to 6th place. Going to send it down the inside, making contact with Wood. I don't care at this point. I've been bullied out of my places. We can bully our way back in. We're 3 wide now with 2 people that aren't our rivals, as we're all going up the track side by side. With Gomez now 4 wide. All the cars going down the inside. We're down to 10th now. As with our battling, that allowed everybody in the race to get back into it. As we're side by side. As we're losing all of the positions we had just gained. Now hitting the outside wall, going down the inside. Making contact with Cody Brock down the inside of Gomez. Making contact with her. We're spinning out of control into the outside wall. Surprised we didn't DNF there. As we're just going to have to hope that the caution comes out. But no caution goes out as we're going to go down into turns 1 and 2. And we're going to spin again, falling all the way now back, all the way to last. But that is where the recording cuts out. I've had so much problems with our the recording. We did end up recovering only for like a 15th, I believe. So, sorry for all the recording issues. I'll fix that for next time. But we're just going to have to hope that doesn't affect us too much. I did get a contract with Queen City Racing. Let's see the rivals here. We have, I think that's 12 rivals, sorry, and we filled up the whole page. Brock, Gomez, Norton, Ryan, Stewart, Wright, Anderson, Davis, Stevenson, Willis, Day, and Hoffman are all our rivals, which is painful. But I am going to treat you guys to a special this video. We are going to be going for 2 races. We're going to be going to Jefferson now, right after I get through all these stats and stuff, as we are finally on season 5. And we have a average finish of 7th, average start of 13th, so we're not a great qualifier. But we do have that average finish of 7th, which is not too good in a 24-car field. But we are pretty solid otherwise. So let's get into the other race. So now we're here at Jefferson, the dirt road course. It is going to be a bit different since now we are in a 5-star car. It's the Nationwide 25. I'm going to get into the practice and see how it goes. So as you can see, I did not get a great time. I was almost a full 7 seconds off of my goal time. But I did overcook it out of drag straight corner number 2. So let's hope in qualifying I don't do that. I'm going to get into my lap. The pole is a 105, but our goal is a 107. Going to get in the lap and see how it goes. As I hit the wall coming out of the chicane, we're going to come through the final corner of the course to get to start our lap. We're going to be off to a very slow start. So I'm going to have to push really hard if I actually want to get a good lap as we nail that corner. It's one of the hardest corners to nail, as you really have to get it perfect to get a good lap. As we're going to hit the grass a little bit through this long sweeping corner. As we're going to hit down. This is the flat out portion that nobody else takes flat out. We mess up just a bit and we make contact with the wall, as it will slow us down though. For the next corner, we did we got heavy damage from that. But it'll probably slow the car down a bit. But we'll just have to hope that we don't overcook it into this next corner. To see what happens is we're going to hit the brakes and get low. We perfectly nail that one. We get into the outside grass of it. Stay away from the wall. Flat out through here. This is the hardest corner of the track for me, as we were going to need to hit the brakes, as we were going to sail wide and then just have to Ross Chastain this one, as we're going to try to take this next one flat out because of how slow we're going. And I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that goal time unless we get a miracle happening. But no, we get way too sideways through the final turn, and we qualify with a 1:12.113, and they qualifying us in 17th. Not that great of an effort as we're starting behind our new friend of Terrence Russell, as we're going to get into the lap where it's not starting in anywhere different, but we will see if anything happened. As here are our stories. We have Matthew Day, who isn't very fast. He's probably starting behind us. Our teammate, Ryan Foster, has been dominant all weekend, and he's also the pole winner. Let's get into the race. Starting on the outside of Anthony Norton, our rival, we are green here in Jefferson. We're down the inside, almost making it up to Russell, and we do, as we actually get past him before the line even begins. That is legal here in this game, as we're going to hit the brakes so we don't make contact with anybody, so I forgot to turn on casual cautions, or non-strict cautions, as we're going to be falling in behind Higgins now, as we're really sent down the inside of him in that 23 car, as we do make the pass, as we're going to see if we don't make any contact with anybody going through these corners, as he makes contact with us instead. He keeps it straight, as we're really going to send it down the inside 4 wide, going into the drag straight, and we make the pass up to 11th. Now behind Gomez as we make a pass on 4 drivers simultaneously, so we're going to hopefully not overcook it into drag straight turn number 2 as Bobby Carter's down the inside of us. Take this corner extremely easily, as we don't want to make contact with anybody to bring out that caution, as we're going to overcook it a bit into this corner, as Bobby Carter's going to go back down our inside, and so is Alan Anderson. He's going to make contact with us. He's going to go around, and that'll be the end of the stage. We lost all the positions, almost all the positions we gained, as we fell back all the way down to 15th, only getting 2 spots in that stage after being all the way up to 11th. Now start on the outside of Terrence Russell. It could be great, as we can get a huge run through this corner that we have to go through before getting to the line, as we are going to be 3 wide coming to the line, and we do get past them, as we're going to get down the inside. We're really going to try to send it, go wide, and send it in. Keep the gas pinned, as we're going to be down the inside of Caleb Stevenson, making a little bit of contact. We're going to be going a little bit of a switchback into turn 3, as we're going to be side by side 3 wide into the S's. As we're going to make contact with Bobby Carter side by side, and he's going to save it as he does not go around, as we're going to be trying to fight to get to Eric Wright. Down the drag straight, we're going to be trying to block off Caleb Stevenson, as we're going to, as he makes contact with our rear bumper, but we send it into drag straight number 2 as we finish the stage in 11th, as I think, yes, Caleb Stevenson did eventually spin out after him making contact with us, not us making contact with him. That was all his fault. Now coming to the final restart, starting on the outside of Bobby Carter, starting in 11th. If we get the same restart that we've been having all race, we could have a chance to get all the way up near the front, as we are green, and we're going to be almost side by side with Cody Brock coming through the first kink, as we're going to make contact with him, go through first 2 corners, as we're going to be side by side again, but no, he gets past us, and so does Bobby Carter, as he's going to take 11th from us. We're going to have to try to keep him straight. We're really going to set it down the inside, trying to get next to Cody Brock, at least as we make heavy contact with him, side by side, going into the S's. Now we're going to be side by side with Eric Wright also, because we're really going to try to keep it straight, make sure not to make contact with the wall like we did in qualifying, as we make contact with Eric Wright down the inside of our friend in the 07 car, as we get a push from Cody Brock on the inside, and we get loose side by side into drag straight number 2. We're really sent down on Jones here, as he's going to get past, as the Hunter and Brock are going to get down our inside. We're going to send it into that little kink there, as we're really going to send it now into this turn, as we're going to make contact with Hunter, use him up a bit to get through the corner, up to 6th now. That was like our first full lap now, as we're going to get now down into the final corner. This one's a lot easier to nail than the one before it, as we're going to get a little bit loose trying to get through it, as if we hit this right, we will at least maybe get up to 4th by the end of the race. Down the inside, almost catching up to Gomez and Wood now, right behind them, as we're really going to try to send it now send it down in on Gomez, as we're going to be side by side with Wood going into the S's. Did not quite make it up to Gomez, as we're going to kind of force Wood off the line a bit so he can keep it, as we're going to get loose going into drag straight turn number 1, as we send it way too deep, as we're going to get loose going on the drag straight, and he's going to Roy Wood's going to be catching up behind us. Hit the brake super late here, trying to send it as hard as possible into the corners. Roy Wood's going to go down our inside. He's going to make the successful pass for 5th, as Eric Wright's going to go around our outside, making contact with him. Hopefully he saves it. He's not going to go around. He's making contact with our bumper, as we're going to have to try to let him go by so we can at least not even hit the wall, as Cody Brock's down our inside also. Down the inside, trying to get up to right, as we're going to do a little bit of a switchback. A lot faster through the chicane than he is. As we make contact with him as we start the 10th lap of the race, with 2 laps remaining. We're really going to try to send it now, as we're going to get loose through every single one. We do not nail this corner. We're going to allow everybody to go by as we hit the outside wall. No caution yet. We're still scored in 10th and 11th. And we're falling all the way back now. We make contact with Terrence Russell, as we're going to go spinning as a result of the contact. And no caution until now. We make contact.
Back it down.
And we finally get a caution. We're going to have to fix those repairs as we're going into overtime, starting in dead last after being all the way up inside the top 10.
Sharp. Pace cars off. Be ready.
As we're green for the hopefully the final restart of the race, as we're going to send it down the inside, going as fast as possible. We have the same situation as last race, which you guys didn't see, but we did have to battle back. We do have a lot more time at this track than, I forget where we were, but we do have a lot more time at this track, as we're going to go around the outside of the Anderson. He's making contact with us, really pushing us through the corner. Did not appreciate that one bit, as we're going to make contact 3 wide, coming out of turn 3, as we're going to make contact with Cates to let her know we're there, as we're going to really send it down the inside of Norton. I don't really care what happens to him, as we make contact with Russell also. He's our friend, because he's going to get loose after we make contact. We're really going to try to send it down in on Scott now through this corner. Not too successful of a corner, as we're going to have Russell getting a huge run on us through the kink, but no, we get it correctly, as we're going to hit the brakes going into this corner, being as safe as possible so we don't mess it up, as we are going to hit that, but we make hit the outside wall as we're looking in the mirror for where Russell is, as we're going to really overcook that, as we're just going to have to hope and let Terrence Russell by, as he's going to push us into the outside wall. That's not very friendly behavior, as he's going to go by down the inside for the official last lap of the race. This is not going to be a great result for us, as we make contact with Russell. He's going to hopefully save it, because I don't want this race to end, as he does save us. We make contact with him again as Norton goes by down the inside, trying to keep up with Norton right behind him. If we send it as hard as possible through here, we might, and like I said, might be able to finish higher up, as we make contact with Norton. He's going to go spinning and make contact with him, and that will be the end of the race, making huge crash near the back of the pack. That was an extremely rough end of the race. We have had terrible ends to every race so far, so I just hope that this doesn't ruin our season, although we do have those 2 wins to guarantee us a spot in the playoffs. Let's see how much that does affect our playoff standings, as we probably didn't gain too much, as we finished 18th all the way in the back. We gained around $1,000 because team, as we are gonna drop I think down to 6th. I don't know if we dropped or not, as we are the lowest person with 2 wins, as Ryan Foster is the lowest with a win, and he's all the way back down in 10th. I'm not sure if that technically would be in the playoffs, but he is obviously in because of that win, as we're gonna have to see who got the fast lap. It is in fact him who got the fast lap. I'm pretty sure he's the one that won this race. He did, as we're gonna go back to the garage and see how we did. So we gained 11 fans from that race. Like I already said, the amount of money we made. We did not complete our contract because of having 2 terrible races in a row. We are on a bad stretch, and I believe we are going to the Fanatec Fairgrounds next race. We'll have to see, though, as we have 2 races in a week to end out the season, as we're going to go to Fanatec Richmond, which is one of my favorite tracks, at least as a dirt track and as a paved track. It's not very great, as we're going to go to Fanatec, Richmond, Draben, and Jefferson. Going to go for the hardest one, 4 top 5s. But that'll be it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.